Okay. Hi, everybody. It's Amy from Amy G's Creations. I'm coming to you a little late today and in a very weird angle, but it's because of light and sun and all kinds of stuff. So I'm in the same room, but a completely different angle. This is Flosstube 40 and welcome. I have had some new subscribers in the past couple of days. So welcome, welcome, welcome. And okay, before I go any further, let me say, sorry, I got to get used to, I have the camera at on the different side. I have been talked into and convinced that I should be doing floss tubes in German as well as English. And so, as soon as I finish filming this, I will be filming the exact same thing in German. So I have some awesome German stitchy friends who may prefer to listen to me in German. So click on the one underneath. I will say that it's, Amy Jake's Creation Deutsch. And you can click on that and watch that. I promise you won't miss anything. And I'll try to be just as lively and weird in German as I am in English. Okay, so now that that's out of the way, I realize I am late. And this is because I knew that Thursday is my normal filming day. But I knew that Friday and Saturday I was going off to have many wonderful adventures. And I figured, why don't I just wait until those are done? And then I will include everything. And so I was supposed to film on Sunday afternoon, and instead I took a really awesome nap. So I'm filming Monday morning. Also, Thursday my daughter got 2 teeth pulled, so I was babying her, and I was sick, got a little stomach flu, so not good for filming. So here we are a few days late, but I promise, at least I think, I've got some cool stuff to talk about. Oh my gosh. Okay. First things first, let's go with some projects that I have finished since you last saw me. So remember my little haunted housey that I was making? Well, I added a few things. Yeah. These are Fimo. The little ghosty is Fimo. And so is the little baby ghosty. Look at that glitter. Made a little Fimo spider in my web. And the very coolest thing, these ghosts, they're glow in the dark. Yeah. Attach these little bats with some wire so they look like they're flying around the house. I cannot even tell you. It makes me smile every time I see it. My kids love it. Even my husband thought it was pretty darn cute. So that is a total win. Yay, yay, yay. And now, seeing as how it's almost Thanksgiving, I can put it away. But I've had it out and just admiring it in my craft area this whole time because I'm like, it's so cute. Okay, so there's that. That's the only thing I finished. But I did get some really good project. I finished a part of a project. Yeah, so I'm counting that as well. On my hometown holidays, and you go, oh yeah, I remember she was working on that. Yes, I was. Hold on, I'm about to lose my needle. Let me reattach it here. I had talked about maybe wanting to go ahead and add yellow in the windows, and I have it almost completed. There's the flower shop right there where I need to add into the windows. But I'm pretty sure everywhere else now looks like there are lights turned on in the houses and in the shops because it's dusk. And so the lights have come on, and see, the school's all dark because the school's closed. The kids are free. The only house that's different, this was charted with white, and now I feel like I need to rip that out and make it the same yellow. Give me your ideas, but your votes on that. But to me, it's kind of bugging me, and I think I'm going to make them yellow like the rest of the houses. Interestingly enough, I completely underestimated how much yellow this would take. So I had a partial skein of Queen Bee from Classic Colorworks, and I got through most of the bottom row, which had the biggest windows, and ran out. But then I found in my pile of no-name floss that I don't know where it's from, I found a yellow that was pretty close and I liked the look of, and so that's what I went with. But yeah, so the windows are getting filled up. Then I gotta do the back stitch and I might add some beads. So, but yeah, that I worked on that for quite a bit. And let's see, is that, I'm trying to see through the cloth. Sort of, there we go. Yeah. Very happy with that. The other thing I've been working on, oh look, thread with the needle still poking in. Here we go. I might need something to put behind this, but oh well, I didn't do the other one either. Is my little witch, my harvest witch. Look how she's coming. Oh, I'm doing this. This sleeve is mostly done, and then there's like a little squirrely squig. Here, I'll show you the pattern. So I've got like the leaves, and then I just need to do the squirrely squigs. The leaves are mostly done. And I've decided all this other greenery down here, I'm going to leave off. Because she's a harvest witch, but I want her to be more Halloween-y than autumny. And so I'm trying to tone down how much green is on there. And so she needs, yeah, those leaves and this couple squirrely skews. And then the back stitching. I pulled her out and was surprised at how much was done already. And I was, because I was thinking, oh, I'll just save her till next year. But then I decided, you know what? Let's finish her. I'm still happy to stitch pumpkin-y stuff. It's Thanksgiving. I have a lot of Thanksgiving stuff. So that's what I did. And then I can't show it to you just in case she watches. I don't know if she does, but just in case. So awesome Olivia, who is one of the Steckmücken von Stitchy Lanka. They kind of are organizing, they did organize a Secret Santa, a Wichtel. And so I got a name for a lady, and I am working on that project. I am going to make something which I think is super cute. And in fact, I'm pretty sure I'm going to want to work on it myself. And here's in my cute little bag that I got as a gift from my friend Francisca, who has an Etsy shop, Color Fever, and Hand Ice Floss. And she's freaking amazing. Her work is amazing, and she's an awesome person. So she gave me that as a gift, and so that little Wichtel present is in there. And then I kitted up a whole bunch of Christmassy things that I want to start on. But first, I really want to finish that witch. So I haven't even really started on that stuff. But in here, let's see, there is a Stitching with the Housewives. There's a Primrose Cottage Stitches freebie, and there's a Pinker and Pumpkin Christmas Eve Salt Box freebie that I might start. Yeah. Okay. So that was it. That was my stitching. But what I did, people, what I did. So Friday morning, I was feeling better, thank goodness. Stomach flu goes through really quick. And got on a train and went to Kreuzlingen, where Ina and Francisca picked me up. And we drove to the Zweigart factory, which is just south of Stuttgart in Sindelfingen. And Rebecca, wonderful Rebecca, she is knit black Forest, I will link her. She's on Instagram. She doesn't have a Flosstube. She doesn't want to do a Flosstube. And you know what, Rebecca? You don't have to. But she called up Zweigart and asked them, hey, there's a group coming. Can we stitch there? Yes. Then she got in contact with the owner, and he took us on a private tour of the factory. So we got there, and Rebecca and the Zweigart people had set it up so beautifully. They had this little 2 tables with chairs around for us to sit at and stitch inside the store. There is another separate room that we would have been able to use, but there was a sewing class going on that day. And then they had another table set up where we had, Rebecca had brought some treats, and a few other people had baked some things. There were, cups and glasses and little plates, napkins, stuff like that. But it was beautifully decorated. They had this like gorgeous fall tablecloth thing. They had like taken some of their stacks of quilting fabric that was fall themed and kind of arranged it artfully on the table just so it looked pretty. It was gorgeous, and it was so nice. And then of course we did a bunch of shopping. I only knew 2 of these people, Ina and Francisca. I had known Ilonka from her Flosstubes, but I had never met her in real life. And I had messaged a couple of times with Rika from House of Stitch and Stash, who was there for part of the time, and that was it. And can I tell you, I'm normally like, I'm always nervous, like people aren't going to like me. They're not going to want to talk to me. Like in a big group like that, I'll just quietly sit in the corner, which I know you're all laughing, those of you who were there. But seriously, that's my personality. But I was like, no, I'm just going to be friendly and nice. And everybody else, I put in the most minimum of effort of, hi, this is me. And they were just like, Amy! Oh, so nice. It was amazingly awesome. And I now know that Claire from Floss Chronicles has a YouTube, so I'm following her. And I won't say her name because I think she doesn't like her name to be put out there, but Stitchy Mama, I follow her now. And I was like, I've seen her because she comments sometimes on my stuff. And for some reason, I'm kind of slow, people. I didn't realize she had a Flosstube. She's been making them for like over a year. Awesome. I watched her first one in the hotel that night. I can't wait to catch up on the rest. But in person, she's so awesome. And just everybody. There's like 12 of us in total. It was so awesome to spend 2 days. Oh, because that's the thing. One day at Stitching at Zweigart, and the next day we went to a craft expo in Stuttgart near the airport. So it was actually really close to where we were staying. And spent the day there. It was 2 days with people who get me, right? And my husband even said when I got back, he's like, I'm really happy you could go spend some time with your peeps. I'm like, yeah, me too. It was really, really, really fun. Really fun. And Rika's already put it on her thing, on her Instagram, that she has designed her first pattern and now she's working on more. I cannot wait because she's in show pictures and I'm not going to say anything. But she showed us the complete finished model stitch of her first design. I don't know if there's anything Rika can't do. Like, it's so nice. It's so good. It's really, really good. I liked it. And I don't even normally like that style of stitching, but I'm like, dang it, I think I'm gonna, when she gets ready to sell that, I might have to get that one. Really good. Yeah, just, I could go on and on and on and on. I have been going on and on. It was fantastic. I love these ladies. Like, and so many of them are coming to Stitch Basel. And we're going to try to get, go to the expo that we were at is going up to Karlsruhe, like in spring or something. And we're pretty much sure, at least all 3 Swiss people are pretty sure that we really want to go again and meet up with these ladies. And I mean, some of them, they weren't all just like near Stuttgart. There were a few, but some of them came from kind of far. Like Saskia and her mom had to get on a like, because they live where they live and the time, they had to catch like this crazy bus train thing that didn't come. It was a bus that didn't come on time. They had to wait for over an hour, starting at 2:30 in the morning, to come hang out with us. I mean, that's dedication. And it was fun. They're nice. So yeah, it was fantastic. So what I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to show what I bought first, and then I'll show what we got, what we exchanged. Yeah, that'll be good, right? Oh, by the way, Zweigart Factory, you get a group, call them ahead of time. I mean, if you give them enough notice, you might be able to get a factory tour. I don't know. Maybe Rebecca just has magical powers, but he was so, Herr Georgi, he was so excited to show us how our fabric is made. That man loves fabric. It's awesome. Oh, and then I'll tell you Stitch Basel news at the end. So, okay. Before I went on my fabulous, awesome adventure, I went with my daughter last week to, well, actually like a week and a half ago, there's this garden center near us that has huge Christmas display, lots of cute ornaments. And so we went, and in their clearance aisle, you can hear them clanging and clanging, from last year, they were selling all these little tins. Now they have like writing on the back, "We wish you a Merry Christmas." But are these not the cutest little size for little tiny ornaments? So I have like 10 of them. And they were all half off. And then I got 2 bigger tins that I thought might be good for like an exchange something. I don't know. Bigger something from my tray. Yeah, so I was super happy with that. Okay, so Amy, you went to the Zweigart Factory. What did you get? I have to say, I was very methodical. I didn't want to go and just buy all the pretty material. I did that the first time I went there, and it was super fun. But this time, I wanted to go and get specific fabric for specific projects. So I went through and kind of looked through bigger things that I for sure wanted to at least start this next year, and looked through all my fabric that I already have to see if I had anything that was appropriate. And if not, I wrote down what I thought I would like to look for at the factory. So I had my little strip of fabric, and I got everything I was looking for. The first one is this beautiful pale light blue 32 count even weave, and this is what I am using to stitch the Stitch Basel model of our pattern, the Stitch Basel exclusive pattern designed exclusively for our retreat, and that everyone will be getting. And so yeah, I will be stitching that on that. So I got a. What's nice at the factory is they have a whole wall of pre-cuts, but they also have everything they sell in by the meter. Okay, so I got. It's not a fat quarter, but it's a 25 centimeters, so a quarter meter, but the whole length of the fabric. And that's fine for me. I don't need it to be fat quarter size. And it was like $7. So I'm happy with that. Then this, I believe, is a 36 count of, I think it's Vintage Country Mocha. So no, here's what's interesting is at the factory, there we go. At the factory, they have numbers, not names, but it's definitely the printed. So it's, not printed on one side and printed on the other. And I'm pretty sure that's the Vintage Country Mocha. So I got a half a 1/2 meter of that. And then I had to get some of this gold sparkle. Now they also had this beigey colored fabric with an opalescent shimmer, but I wanted it to read more gold. And so they had this one with the gold shimmer in it. Oh, oh. And then they had this beautiful green glimmer. Oh my gosh. These are all, I think those are almost all 36 count. I was being brave and I was going for little higher counts because I'm learning that if I have good light and I have some strong readers, I can stitch with no problem on 40 count. I'm not going to go crazy and do 46 or 50, but 40 count works. And it's really nice to only use that one thread, and I'm going to try it on 36 count too. So, yeah, I will try that. And then this is just a really nice, oh, it looks kind of blue, but it is a really nice forest green. Just a nice dark green. And a nice deep red. They had, it looks slightly orange. It is not. It is red. At the factory, they did have a red that was more orange, that looks like what it's looking like in the camera. But this is more deep, dark red. Then I got a whole meter of 40 count white. Because there is a very cool project that I want to make for all 5 of my children. And on 14 count or 28 count, it was going to be almost 2 feet tall. I don't got money to frame something that big. My kids don't have space to hang up something that big. So we're going with 40 count to get it down. Then at the craft fair, surprisingly, at this one, there was absolutely not a single thing to do with cross stitch. There was some knitting, some crocheting, there were a lot of sewing machines, but no cross stitch. However, that didn't mean we didn't find cross stitchy things to buy. One shop had these giant bins of beads that they were selling for like pretty cheap. And so I got, can't you see that on a mermaid? Oh, I got some beads. That's a greeny color. And this is like a purpley brown. Yeah, I like that. And then since I was in the Halloween mood, I got these orange ones. And I might even add some to my witch. Yeah. And then we found, these are, I'm kind of going to shake them up. These are a bunch of Halloween charms to sew on things. And then a bunch of different keys of different sizes. Some are big, some are small. But they all have a hole, or a little top thing where you can sew them on to your finished object. So I got those. There were a lot of charms that were super cute, but you would have had to just glue them on. You couldn't use them as a zipper pull. There was no, and so I just left them. I didn't get those, but I got that. So I did pretty good. And then such good food at the Creative Messe in Stuttgart. They had because they were having like a food hall. There were all these different expos going on at the same time, basically is what I'm trying to say. And, there was a game and puzzles and games and toy one too. Did some Christmas shopping. It was a great time. It was a great day. And there were so many people that we couldn't really stay up with the group, but you would go off with 1 or 2 people. And then as you're walking around, you automatically run into another part of the group. And then we met up, all of us, for lunch. And then we kind of said our goodbye. We hung out for quite a while there, and we said our goodbyes, and then we all went off our different ways. And some of the people stayed another night and went back to the Messe the next day, to the expo. But the 3 of us, we had to get home. The Franciscan Ina has small kids, and I don't have small kids, but I have a husband who gets very lonely and he misses me. So we came back for that. Now, this, my first I'm going to show you. So everybody who came, you know, I made little needle minders to pass out. And then other people gave stuff too. So from Stitchy Lonka, I got her the little brush. Look at that cute glittery wand to clean up when you have to frog. Yeah. The little thing is in German, but it's so cute. Basically, it's your little brush, your special brush. Francisca from Color Fever, she gave us each 3 more things of floss. These 2 right here are silks, and this is a cotton. Oh, I really like her variegation. And it's so soft. I've never stitched with silk before, but I've used it for the first time on my Stitch All the Things. I used her silks, and Francisca, you're the bomb. Then we got this cute little, like, to put on a finishing item. This is an adorable zipper pull with, oh my gosh, can you even, it's like this little polar bear. Oh, hold on, let me it's a polar bear candle that's glittery. Got that from Stitchy Mama, pretty sure. Oh, and from Ilonka, I finally got my first ever floss wax. I've always wanted to try it. Never used it before. Wasn't sure, but everybody keeps raving about it. So I'm going to try some of that. Very excited. Thank you. Thank you. And from Siska, we got also they're like, 2 of them are little decorations, Christmas decorations to put on like a finish or a zipper pull. And then the Santa is a needle minder. Hold on. Santa, you're covering your face up. The Santa is a needle minder. I mean, and then Ina brought everybody Basler Leckerli. So delicious. But I only like them for a little bit. I shared them with my kids. Because I'm American and I like sweets. But yeah. Okay. Oh, and it looks like yes, I did. I asked for a meter. I asked for a meter of this 40 count white. And apparently it was, how do I want to say? It was close to the end of the bolt because she gave me the rest of the bolt for the same price. Thanks, Zweigart. Okay, so those were our and then they passed around to everybody attending it wasn't like a retreat, but the get-together stitching. She passed us out this beautiful silver glittery cloth. I mean, so nice. Another 25 centimeters, a quarter yard, quarter meter of the full length. So that will be fun. Okay, so Ina and I, while everybody else, the light is not so great now, is it? Let's see, I'm going to move myself. Ina and I, met up and with some Zweigart officials to discuss them sponsoring our Stitch Basel retreat. And they were so nice. And they were like, yes, They're like, we totally want to support small gatherings like this because that's how more new people are introduced to the hobby and will keep it alive and vibrant. So they are going to be very generous. I won't spoil what they're going to give in the goodie bags, but they will be giving in the goodie bags. And then for us to meet with them, I got the pattern books and Ina got the fabric, and that's okie dokie with me. I was looking at this one in the store later and was like, oh, I think I should buy that, having not realized that this one was already in there. And so I went back and looked to see which ones they gave me, and I was like, glad I didn't buy it. It's filled with super, super cute Christmas patterns. This is like all different kinds of styles of alphabets, which is always good. And then, of course, I'm always good at, this has heart stuff, but also some alphabets in it. So they gave us that for free. And then we each got this book that has, it's like the history of Zweigart in it, but it also has like the name, the count, the style of their fabrics, so that you can just know their whole assortment, their whole, what they offer. But yeah, what I really liked is just the history of the store. Oh, and I learned one other super important thing on our tour that I'm going to add in, and that is that the cloth that some people call Ada cloth was invented at Zweigart in Germany, and it's called Aida. Now, some people already knew this. I did not. I just thought that was the German pronunciation of Ada cloth, or it was just the way the way they wanted to pronounce it. But now I have been informed that no, it's German invented, German named, and the German name is Aida, not Ada cloth. And I will be mending my ways. I mean, it's not horrible. If you say Zweigart, people know what you're saying, but the name is Zweigart. Same with, if you say Ada cloth, everyone's going to know what you mean, but the name is Aida. So, glad I learned something. It was absolutely fantabulous. It was super fun to get to know some people in beforehand that are now going to be coming to the retreat. These ladies are awesome. I'm excited for more small little get-togethers in the run-up to the retreat. And it was a great distraction from everything else going on and helped get me in a happier mood and be excited about Christmas and Thanksgiving instead of being super sad and depressed because my son is not here. And so that was awesome too. So yeah, I think that's finally it. Thank you for listening. If you made it all the way to the end, thank you for sticking by and making comments. And again, please tell me what you think I should do about those windows on the first house, if I should, that are white or they're ecru-y, if I should change them to yellow like all the other ones. And Stitch Basel, folks, it's going to be good. We are so excited. We thought for sure, we were like so hopeful. Oh, maybe we can get somebody to give us something. Yeah, DMC's sending a package, big package. Won't tell you what. Zweigart's going to be sending a good, big, generous package. Like, yes. We're going to be just as good or even better than some treats in America. Okay, that's it. Bye. Cheers.